Hi, so let's complete the process. We started sales order and run an MRP to create the product, finished goods, and we finished the delivery. And we have to do the result analysis and settlement. Product cost controlling and cost object controlling and product cost by sales order, period and closing, single functions. So result analysis and the settlements are here, but there are some transactions also here, like a revaluation or the overhead or template. Since this installation we don't have actual price calculation set up, so I cannot show it to you, but in theory actual activity price calculation has to be done in cost center side, and the revaluation of the actual activity price on production order has to be first finished. So the order is first do the cost actual activity price calculation in cost center, of course the splitting and the calculation, and then you do the production order revaluation. And once you finish the closing in production order, then you can do this revaluation on sales order side. So no matter how we run this revaluation, we haven't done the preceding steps, we don't see any result. I can show it to you quickly. Let's check if there's no error. Okay, no errors, and we don't have any result here. Let's finish the update run. No errors, no change. Then yes, we do this result analysis. In reality, we don't do this one by one, we do this collectively. Result analysis. What is result analysis? This is, in my understanding, to determine work in progress. If the cost, the sales order has not been sold, if you haven't issued the invoice, then that should not be recognized as a cost, and that should be posted as a WIP, work in progress. And if the sales order or project has been already invoiced and you generated the sales, then that should be cost of goods sold. That will be actually settled to COPA. The result analysis process, this only creates the data, calculate and store the data, but there's no accounting entry until the VA88 settlement. Okay, let's do this. Document type, I'm closing January. Result analysis version. And the result analysis key is, I chose number 4. And test run, let's see what will happen. There's an error, and what is this error? Yeah, this error message said something about the rev should be E. Revenues. Segment category E. Yes, for this we need to create the cost element. I think the cost element category is 931, and There's no cost elements for revenue, and so we create it at 31. Let's copy it from something. So shall we assume it something like this? That's all. And one more is we have a revenue account. I'm not sure if it is assigned anywhere. It's not. Yeah, I was imagining this will not be a settlement account. It says result analysis raising the error. And the line item is revenues. Get it right. Another error. So do I delete it? because I just deleted it. Still being assigned to some accounts. That's why. Oh, okay, so no error. The cost seems about right. Okay, then let's update it. $100 and the cost is 396. Okay, it's too late. It's being updated. And since this is we still don't have accounting entry. I think it's only updated to the table. I think the table name is for result analysis is something like this. It's there, and the sales order there, and you see these settlement result analysis cost elements. So if we do the result analysis, the data is stored in the table. We still don't have accounting entry. Right, value type is around here, 32 or 33 or 30, 31 value type. We have amount somewhere. Okay, the familiar numbers. So this is result analysis, and so we do the sales order settlement. I'm sure there will be a lot of more errors since we just changed the setting. Okay, let's see what happens. Right. allocation structure A1. We created a new account. This is not new account. We need to shoot down all of these errors. Number one. Is this oh, COP reserve. Strange. So where do we assign this cost? It's a reserve, I think. It's deciding the same rule. And probably the transfer structure will also need to be corrected. Yes, the same account. The question is, where do I send this? Which Valuated? Says materials, and maybe materials. another account. And I have assigned the wrong one. Okay, this particular one is this one. So I need to assign this account. This time this is a transfer structure. Both source structure and transfer structure. Oops. E1 is it? Yes. Okay, Okay, now it's went through. Processing with no errors. So this is still a testing mode. Sender is this one. We recognize the amount. Is this correct? Oh, it is correct. Okay, and the settle to receiver is somewhere using a different settlement cost. Anything else we need to see? It's empty. Okay, then let's update. Let's run the update run. No errors. Okay. Yeah, basically the same, but yeah, we have accounting documents created this time. Accounting document. Amount. Why is this 0? Local currency amount. Profitability segment. This is what they say is the segment information is filled for all the entries. Okay, this is accounting entry and controlling document. This is all settlement account. STI to profitability segment. They use the settlement account separately because I separated the line ID, if you remember. Line IDs here. I segregated these and they use yeah, this is assigned to the source accounts and the assigned to a different settlement account. 31 cost element result analysis account. And for this, it seems these are assigned to using a different settlement account. You see, this one is 21, category 21. Actually picked up from source allocation structure. And for this, I think I have ticked yeah, valuation at line ID level. This one. This is working. Okay, this is a cost CO document and the profitability analysis. This is not a good expression. Later we see a COP later report. No, line item report. So the amount is revenue $500 and the raw materials Let's hope the amount is correct. It can be sometimes incorrect numbers. $500 and probably cost of goods sold and purchase price variance. In total is 336. Yes. Other costs, if you remember, we post this from FB60 is other cost. And what is this? Fixed production cost. Well, where did this happen? I have no idea. We need to find out. Probably cost estimate. This came from a cost estimate. Yes, variable manufacturing cost too. And quantity, sales quantity. Unfortunately, the build quantity is not being populated. This is not standard, so we need to divide something. Okay, we'll see this. The record type is C. We'll see this in COP line item report. And sender is this. We've seen this. Right. Line ID separation is nice. And the receiver is the profitability segment. Is this about it? Okay, let's see the PA line item report. I haven't created any report yet, so it's only K24. Profitability analysis information, not this one. Line item list, and is this a period year? 2453 or something. 2453, and the company code. And the layout, I've made the layout. Read as posted. So every entry, since this one has a company code, currency, and operating concern currency, 2 lines are generated for one settlement. In this particular case, both are USD, so we don't see any benefit. Okay, all the customer, ship to party information, sales organization, the product ID, revenue $500, sales quantity 10 pieces, and the SKU is empty. Stock value. Where is stock value? I think I may have assigned to a wrong place. Raw material should come here. Other cost we posted from FI. So like this. I need to think about how to fix this. Okay, and let's get back to cost estimate. 335 details and purchase price variance 10, $1 or something, $1. So I think the raw material has been 15, but I have assigned the remaining amount to this value here, so it's this amount should have I think this one is the reason. This one should be something like this. And the one came from is raw material, right? This has been the 92 accounts was assigned here, so the amount came here. Even though it has to be 15, it's now 336. Yeah, so this was man-made mistake. It's not about the SAP mistake. I have done another round to create exactly the same sales order, and let's limit the currency to only company code currency, and layout read as posted. So these are two different, I mean the second one is the correct, after corrected entry, sales order production. And so I have reassigned the source structure cost element group. Now it has a stock value, and let's see the cost estimate. Since this is exactly the same one, the cost estimate are also the same. the price, the cost price of the goods sold is 335, and fixed production costs 140, variable manufacturing costs is, if we take out 15 raw material from 195, it's 180, and 15 is the raw material. So this will be the clean ideal settlement entry. I have posted the cost from FI, so now it's here, and the purchase price variance is now settled to the separate body field. This is much more neat. Let's only look at this one. And the settlement document, since this entry I have processed in the February, everything in the same month until the delivery to the customer, so the result analysis didn't happen. So the settlement amount has been only a final one to post the revenue and the cost of goods sold and the price variance. Now this has a transaction amount, so we look back the settlement document that has only this one is only to offset the WIP, work in progress. For that reason, I think the transaction currency is ignored. But I feel it's ultimately the settlement takes place on the same both sides, transaction currency and the local currency. Let's look at some report. So 2453. And KVBI. So if we look at it, the variance of the purchase price variance is now separate. It's being included in material settlement through result analysis. And let's look at the S4HANA table. Since they are trying to realize same COP report in Outlook A, and SD entry is I think around the bottom. These SDs are a sales document. So the sales amount is $500 with accrued tax, account receivable amount, and it's really hard to find which was the related costs. It's up there somewhere. To me, this costing-based COPA comes in one line, and it's much easier to look at it. You can focus on analysis. Okay, and one more thing, this stock keeping unit, I'm right now thinking of possibility of user exit. In COPA, also there also be an exit entrance in valuation strategy. And we did this setting for sending a sales cost estimate. We did this setting, and we are only evaluating the material costing using this is a base unit of measure, sales quantity from billing document, I think. And in the standard setting, it has this costing sheet setting and other stuff, but I don't think using costing sheet in COPA, there's no such situation as far as our accounting practice is concerned. And too much of a play around with this costing sheet has been caused a lot of bad reputation of COPA, and I do not recommend using it. So what we can use is only this material costing and base unit of measure. And there's also an entrance to exit. So if we add one more line and we do the programming, and I press the F1, here's a little explanation, and we can determine this quantity or amount using this valuation routine. We specify the U, the form number in here. This one we set up for sales cost estimate, and the record type is C. 01 is point of valuation, 01 is a real-time valuation, actually, which we did actually by a settlement. Also, in the final analysis, so what was the, as I see the cost, requirement class, what is plausible for this requirement class? So for 5, it only has a lower part. Yeah. And there, so 045. Maybe I should come out and display this in change mode. 045. So this has been the requirement class which we've been using through this scenario, this movie, and this is my final analysis. We needed to tick these availability check 2. For these both 2 are necessary, and I think we should also make it mandatory, costing required for sales cost estimate. There's no such situation. You sometimes do sales cost estimate for COPA, or sometimes not for sales cost estimate. I think we should force this sales cost estimate using this X for this line, as far as this material is concerned. So this is my conclusion. Okay, so this is about it for this make to order process. I hope you enjoyed and now learned how to realize this sales cost estimate using requirement class or the strategy group 50. And I'd like to conclude this movie here. And thank you for looking at this experiment journey. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.